Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on your busy Tuesday afternoon. I call it Positive Tuesday, as you know. I want to apologize. We had a little 5-minute delay here. I had some computer issues, so sorry for that. But this will be time well spent for the next 45 minutes or so. So as you know, we build these weekly trainings around feedback from you guys, okay? Everybody out there, all of our agents in the field, guys, girls, from, the rookie space to the veteran space, 18 years old to 89, we need to hear from you, okay? And we build all of our technology platforms, our website, our free retail sites for our agents, these training webinars you're on right now. They're all built for you, so please comment. We have a little question box on the right side. Tell us everything, good, bad, and different. Questions, of course, most important. Type those in as we go. It's a closed line because of the number of attendees, but we will answer every single question, okay, that is thrown at us as we go live, or we will return your question with an answer by the time we wrap up in about an hour or so. So make sure you are taking plenty of notes, and the main reason why, yes, I want you to walk away with some nuggets of information to help change your practice, but even more important, when we are done, I'm going to have our question of the day, and whoever answers first and correctly wins the new Amazon Fire tablet. We will announce your name at the end live in front of everyone. So I'm going to go over in the next few slides the answer to that question. So it's up to you to be paying attention and write down some of these notes, please. I can't encourage you enough. We all know how it is. You're at this great meeting, or webinar, especially now it's more of a webinar, but you're at this great meeting and you say, oh my gosh, what a great idea or sales idea this is. And I want to remember this, right? And a week later, you totally forgot what that sales strategy was, and you're kicking yourself saying, oh my gosh, Bill, why didn't I jot down this note? So anyway, please, you're going to learn some great stuff. This webinar came to fruition because of your feedback, okay? We're talking about an A-plus rated carrier today that has some awesome new technology, non-med term and perm up to $3 million, a special underwriting incentive for diabetics, for smokers. Yes, you heard it right, for smokers, okay? We have a great new niche platform. We're also going to touch on that. We're going to talk about some great products that, in my opinion, fit into everyone's arsenal, okay? That I don't care if you're focusing on mortgage protection and final expense, you're going to learn something here that'll change your practice. If you're in the estate planning space and you're focused on $1 million permanent insurance products, okay, and above, this will also fit your niche as well. So great stuff. We have a direct IMO contract with Hancock. Andrew's a friend of mine for many years. He's going to be speaking in a few minutes. Great presenter, some great knowledge. And I'm very, very excited about this training, and I hope everyone is as well. And most important, walk away with some nuggets, as I always say. Let's dive right into the first slide here. What I also want to mention, this is very important. So with all of the changes, updates, we're literally getting notices by the day, almost by the hour, from all of our 70-plus carriers. They're either terminating products, they're minimizing, let's say, issue ages, or changing underwriting requirements, or adding a non-med platform, or adding an e-app, okay? Everything is at your fingertips. All you have to do is go to our website, and you'll see as soon as you open your dashboard, it says COVID-19 updates in yellow. If you look at the top left corner, COVID-19 updates, that's updated in real time by the minute. So every carrier is broken down in front of you, and this is what I'm so excited about, and I'm going to mention it right now. So you all have heard about these promises from the insurance companies. Hey, we're around 120 years in the times you need us most, and when your UL or IUL or whole life policy triggers, we're going to be here, we're not going anywhere. Well, unfortunately, what we're all finding out now is during this pandemic, nobody knew this was coming, right? But there's a ton of carriers that said, hey, you can't call into the home office. It's now email only. Hey, we just dropped our 30-year term because of what's going on. Hey, we're not taking clients that are over the age of 70 anymore because of COVID-19. Okay, so that to me leaves a little bit of a salty taste in my mouth, okay, because they always say, yes, in times when you need us most, we're going to be here. You can depend on us, rely on us, and we're A-rated. We've been around forever. And so, in the time when we needed these carriers most for servicing, for policy owner services, for new products, for sales, right? Because let's face it, life insurance awareness is skyrocketing right now. Everyone's saying, oh my gosh, if mommy and daddy die, are we going to be okay? So the question is being raised, and the agents are calling us, and we're, of course, relying on the carriers. But I'm going to enlighten you all with one thing. There's 3 carriers. If you click on our COVID-19 update folder, there's 3 carriers highlighted in green that haven't made any changes. And one of the 3 is on with us today. It's John Hancock. Number 2 is Sagicor. Number 3 is Life of the Southwest. Okay, so that to me means a ton, and I hope it means a lot to you all. I'm not saying anything bad or negative about all of our 74 carriers, okay, because they're all great companies, but that just says a little something about who you're doing business with. So anyway, I think that's very important to know, and not only did they not make any changes, but a lot of them made some improvements over the last few months. So anyway, and we're also lucky enough to have these direct IMO deals with all 3 carriers, Hancock, Sagicor, Life of the Southwest. They each have their own little niche. So I'm very pleased to mention that. And again, when you click on the folder, you'll see it highlighted in green. Okay, also, if you have already a Hancock contract, it's not through Levinson. As you know, you can take advantage of our free leads for contracting or cash for contracting. So you transfer the contract with your first app, we give you cash or leads, your choice, that simple. We're going to talk about that as soon as Andrew is done, but I want to jump right into our feature presentation of the day. We have Mr. Andrew Spiro joining us all the way from John Hancock. Sit back, relax, take those notes. Andrew, you there? Andrew Spiro, you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you.
There. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, the kind words about our company, and always a treat to be with you. Levinson Associates are one of our not only just good friends, but longstanding partners. They do a phenomenal job. Their access to technology, to companies, to provide you the best support is really unparalleled in our industry. So it's a treat always to talk, and you always had such great turnouts. So I'm super excited. I'm just going to jump right into it and really just build off of what you just said. Business is good. Business is extremely good. I thought, Carrie, Bill, that I'd be able to just sit back, maybe pick up a couple books that have been on my bookshelf for a while, exercise a little bit more. I've been working 12, 13-hour days. I think the unfortunate thing, is that this pandemic has changed our lives, but it's made people realize the importance and significance of having life insurance in place. And your business has not stopped, and neither has ours. I just placed a case. I can't give you specifics, but $57 million of death benefit, $1.8 million of target premium, and we got it done in less than 14 days. So what Bill said is so key. Business has changed. For us, we have not made it more difficult to do business. A lot of companies have dropped their ages. They won't take rated policies. They won't take you for over age 60. They won't take you for over age 70. Their retention is $1 million, $5 million. We haven't made any significant changes at all to our business practice. We're getting a lot of redirection of business, and we've actually made it easier. This has forced us, and this is the only positive I can say about this pandemic. It has forced us to be more digital, to be more adaptive, to try to speed up the process to making insurance an easier purchase and an easier delivery process. So today we're going to talk about Express Track. where we can get cases issued hopefully in 3 to 5 business days. No fluids, no exam, no APS records, standard plus preferred, or super preferred. We'll talk about that up to $3 million. We're going to provide alternatives to paramed exams for traditional underwriting cases. We're in a world right now where people don't want to see other people. They certainly don't want someone who is in 5 other homes giving blood and urine coming to their house right now. So we have ways to go beyond that to up to maybe $10 million. We also have made getting APS records when necessary easier and faster. We're going to talk about that. And also changes to the policy delivery process to accommodate remote delivery, again, to make it seamless, touchless, and easy. Before we get into some of that, though, I want to highlight what's working and what's working well. Number one, we are still writing to age 90. You know, when COVID came out, I couldn't echo Bill's comments more. Companies left and right didn't know what to do. They started reducing their ages, some down to 60, some 65, some 70. I think there's only a handful of companies, if that many, that are writing above 70. We are writing to age 90. And we've kept our full capacity. We are still writing up to $65 million. Now, this is important, even if you're, will never come across a $65 million case. Why? It shows our strength. It shows our positioning of leadership in a time of crisis. We didn't have to scale down our numbers and scale down our ages. I will also tell you from a marketing perspective, if you have clients who are 70 plus, there's a good chance pricing will increase. They're concerned. We know that the older ages are impacted more. We don't know the long-term consequences yet. If you have relatively healthy 70-year-olds and plus 70s, 80s, I would encourage you, reach out to them now. It's a great time to buy insurance. Who knows what will the pricing be and the opportunity be down the road. No change or plans at all for us. But again, no one predicted this. Who knows what will happen a year from now. Our product portfolio is one of the most diverse in the industry. Some companies are very good, but they have just an index product, or they're good just at term. We are competitive across the board. We have protection products, which are designed to be the lowest cost for the most death benefit, the best internal rates of return in the industry. Our industry-leading current assumption UL protection UL, and the sister product, which is probably the least expensive product in the industry, protection IUL. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail. On the accumulation side, our most popular product is our accumulation IUL. That's designed for retirement income, and it's a leader in the industry, and we'll talk about that in more detail in a second. Temporary protection, we have our Vitality term, we have our protection, our regular term, we have our term with Vitality rider, and we've just added our 30-year term to the mix. So just as an FYI, just got recently introduced, and we're very excited about it. And right now, living benefits are so critical. You know, I learned this from my father. My father told me people love their churches, they love their synagogues, they love their charities, they love their kids, but they love themselves a little bit more. When you add a living benefit to the contract, it makes the contract pop. It makes it more sellable, especially in times like this. We have the least expensive long-term care rider in the industry. It's a reimbursement model. The rates are fully guaranteed, can never change. It's not subject to IRS limits. So if a client needs $40,000 a month for LTC expenses, they can get it. They're not dependent on what the IRS says is reimbursable and allowable, because it's, again, a reimbursement contract. And it's the lowest cost at about 7 to 9% extra for adding the rider. Critical illness benefit rider. More than ever, people are concerned if they get sick, what happens to their income? What happens to their retirement savings? What happens to their future? You can add a critical illness benefit rider up to age 65. It could pay up to a lump sum of $250,000. The clients can do whatever they want with it if they have one of 7 critical illnesses, such as a heart attack, a stroke, cancer, and they're paid within 30 days of providing proof of that. It's probably one of the hottest sellers we have right now, and it increases the target premiums by like 20-30%. And then we're going to do a deep dive on this a little bit later into John Hancock Vitality. Right now, health is more important than ever, and factually, scientifically proven, if you're healthier and God forbid you end up getting COVID, you will be more likely to have a positive outcome if you're in better shape, eating better, exercising better. If you kind of look like Bill, you'll do well. You don't have to even come close, actually. I'm kidding about looking like Bill. If you just do basic things, walk, exercise, see your doctor regularly, watch what you eat. And the Vitality program is all about that. And because of that, the popularity of it, and there's a special inducement for everyone on this call, is greater than ever. And we are the only company that came out with a product designed just for diabetics. We own the diabetic marketplace. There is no place else to go. And especially right now, again, in this environment, this surreal world that we're living in, if you're a diabetic and you're watching the news and you're seeing that diabetics are more susceptible and have greater mortality impact, wouldn't you want to A, protect your family, and B, have access to telemedicine, some of the best telemedicine in the world, for free? And we offer that. We're the only one in the industry that does so. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me just talk about a couple of our key products. Protection UL, the lowest cost current assumption UL in the industry. Guarantees are generally to age 90, lifetime coverage, but guarantees will generally go to age 90. There's upside potential, good cash value, is particularly strong for short pays and 1035s. You'll see in this example for a male $55 million death benefit. If you look at Lincoln, it's about 60%, 65% more expensive in premium at $46,000 versus our 24 on this 10 pay on a healthy 55-year-old. Generally the lowest cost UL in the industry with tremendous guarantees, and in a zero interest rate environment, do you really want to spend more on a GUL to lock in an interest rate and have no upside? I don't think so, and no flexibility. Very popular product right now. The sister product, Protection IUL, the lowest cost product in the industry right now. You'll see on this same 55-year-old, if we did a single pay of $1 million, no one's within 10 to or 8 to 55% of our pricing, and we have among the highest targets in the industry. And by the way, our targets do roll for 24 months. We have a great range of indexed account options with multipliers that are fully guaranteed starting in year one, and account options with no extra performance charges and no multipliers. So we offer that to you. We have enhanced target premium, so you get an extra 15% target on single pays. Whenever you exceed 4 times target, the target will increase automatically by 15%. Generally, the best single pay, short pay product on the market, and their level pays are usually 10 to 20% cheaper than anyone else as well. So very competitive product from a pricing standpoint with great cash and great upside. Our accumulation IUL product, again, same index options, same multipliers that start in year one, fully guaranteed. And look at this chart. This is a beautiful chart, I might say. We're generally number 1 or number 2 in every scenario. You run us at a flat 6%. You run us at the max rate based on the high capped account, based on an AG 49 rate, whether we're preferred or whether we're super preferred or standard. You'll see the product competes from a retirement income standpoint, also used a lot for retirement backstop and premium financing. I'm going to talk to you about a quick sale here that we worked on together with Levinson. A lot of clients are concerned about living too long. And if they live too long, they're concerned about outliving their assets. And so in many cases, we use an overfunded IUL as an alternative investment vehicle, right? We keep the insurance as low as possible in many cases, and we're able to have money grow tax deferred and pull out tax-free income. It's asset protected. It's self-completing with the death benefit if you die. And the income is not reportable, of course, which is huge. There's no tax on it. So you pull out $100,000, you net $100,000. Well, this particular client was a 50-year-old super healthy client, married, and he was concerned about $60,000 of annual income above and beyond a Social Security benefit and he had about $2,500 a month that he could direct towards additional savings, and was trying to figure out the best use of his money. Where do I put that $2,500 a month? Do I give it to my Merrill Lynch broker? Do I give it to my advisor? Do I invest it? The market's at all-time highs. What do I do? It's been very volatile. What do I do? And what we showed him, which really I think swayed him, and I can't underscore the importance of this, is the sequence of return risk, especially in retirement. Take a look at this quick sample. I know the print is small, but essentially this client, Mr. Smith, averaged over 30 years in the market a 9.64% return. I think every one of you on the phone would be very happy with this type of return. But if you're pulling income out that's subject to ordinary income tax to net 60, you got to pull out roughly $100,000. If those returns are not level, if they're not a straight 9%, if they're down 30% 1 year, up 5%, down 12%, then you have a risk of what we call sequence of returns. And you can see even with a great return of 9.64, if your first year starts off in negative territory and you're still needing to pull that income out, even when the market's down, you may never catch up. And what happened to this gentleman is when he was 86 years old, he ran out of income. He ran out of, his retirement nest egg because he had to pull money out when the markets were down and never had a chance then to rebuild the value. They showed another client here who had just had a lower return, 9.54%, but had better market experience in terms of a smoother ride. And look, his contract not only lasted forever, it actually grew. So what we suggested for this client is, why not put your money into an overfunded index contract as a retirement backstop that you can use to supplement your savings vehicles, your retirement vehicles, so when the market is bad, you can skip those years instead of having to put extra stress on your investment income and not giving it a chance to bounce back, and pull the money tax-free from your life insurance product. It's a great sale. We have a great presentation that discusses it, that shows you how managing sequence of returns is a huge risk and needs to be addressed. And with an index product having a floor of 0, having no tax on your distributions, it's a wonderful sale opportunity. Okay, let's talk about what we came here for. First off, Vitality. Hopefully everyone on this call is aware of Vitality. If you're not, it's a healthy engagement rider. We are the only one that has a very detailed, involved, healthy engagement rider. Again, it's called Vitality, and it gives clients control over their premiums. If they're healthy, they can save up to 15% a year, not just once, but 15% a year. If they're not healthy, if they're rated, we think we get the biggest improvements in their health, and they can save up to 25% a year. So I showed you how our products are the lowest cost. You add the Vitality rider, and you'll make it 15 to 25% even less expensive. So it's the only product in the industry that clients can control their premiums to a certain degree. And the way I explained it, I remember when I first was discussing this with Bill, was if Bill and I are brothers, I wish I looked as good as him, but if Bill and I were brothers, and we were the same height, the same weight, the same build, same lab work, same everything, but Bill smoked and I did not smoke, should we pay the same premium? Of course not. If Bill smokes, he has a lower mortality, right? Higher mortality. He shouldn't live as long. If I work out and Bill doesn't, should I pay the same premium as him? If I see my doctor on a regular basis and Bill doesn't, should I pay the same premium? That's what this program is about. We've learned that the new cancer is sitting too much. We learned that if you're proactive with your doctors, you can, effectively fight diseases and cancers and other issues. And that's all this program is. So it's an option. You don't have to add a Vitality Plus rider, but if you do, it's $2 a month, $24 a year, regardless of policy size. It could be 100,000 or 100 million, and your clients can save premium. We give them a choice of either a free Fitbit or a $25 Apple Watch. That's a way that we can engage their activity. They get points for taking steps or taking a yoga class or playing tennis or golf or weightlifting. They can save money when they go to the supermarket, when they buy milk and produce and vegetables up to $600 a year. We have free subscriptions to Headspace, which is like a meditation device. They actually can save money on their insurance policy for getting a good night's sleep. And then, like any good program, we want to incentivize the clients to stick with it over the years. And so we offer entertainment and shopping rewards with REI, Amazon, Starbucks. You can even get discounts on hotel.com online, which their rates are incredible. You get another 50% off their low rates by being just a Vitality client. And we can even give you free Amazon Prime membership depending on your engagement, and targeted newsletters based on your interests and health conditions. It's an all-encompassing program. And what's so cool about it is there's something in it for everyone. If I've got $100,000 a year premium and I can save up to 25%, that's $25,000 a year. It's worth wearing a Fitbit when I go for a walk, or it's worth snapping a couple pictures on our app. It literally, like, you download an app, has a camera, take a couple pictures of my height and weight and my blood results when I go to the doctor's office. I can save $25,000 a year. In 10 years, that's $250,000. If I have a $400 term policy, right, $400 premium, and I can get an Apple Watch that's worth almost $400, it's like for free. So there's something in the program, again, for everyone. And let's take a look at some of the ways that we use Vitality. This has happened, as good as I am, as good as Bill and Levinson are, this has happened to everyone. Submit a case. It's $3 million, male 55. We showed it at standard. Premium's $50,000. Underwriting came back. Of course, John Hancock was the best. We were table 2. Everyone else was table 4, 5, and 6. But the premium went up from $50,000 to $60,000. We added Vitality Gold, and the premium was $48,466 at the table 2, cheaper than what it was at standard at $50,000. It's a free business decision that you can use anytime you want. And if the case came back standard and we showed Vitality Gold, it would be standard plus, or possibly even closer to preferred premium numbers. It's a great opportunity to win business, differentiate yourself. It really, and in this environment, it's very well received. I call this the triple play. It's one of my favorite sales. I tell clients the old way of doing insurance is you pay a premium. When you die, your family gets the death benefit. For this 55-year-old, for $1 million, it's $11,000 was the premium. The new way I explain is if you live too long, there's a good chance you're going to need LTC. So we can add a long-term care rider, and your premium goes from $11,100 to $12,100. But now you're protected if you die. When you die, you're also protected if you live too long, as they'll be able to get up to $20,000, 2% of $1 million, $20,000 per month, right off the death benefit, tax-free. It's an acceleration of the DB to pay LTC expenses. So premium went from 11 to 12. Well, if we add the long-term care rider and we add Vitality at the gold status, you'll see the premium now goes from $12,100 down to $11,039. It's even cheaper than just having the policy without either rider. So essentially, you're getting a free long-term care rider, which clients love. Again, the LTC rates are fully guaranteed. They have up to $20,000 a month. They have $1 million death benefit for their family, and they got benefits and rewards for themselves. Fitbit, Apple iWatch, hotel.com, premium savings, free LTC rider. We can help you sell this. Levinson can help you sell this. We are selling multiple cases like this daily. LTC has become critical. It's one of the biggest issues in the industry, and to be able to offer a true LTC rider on a fully guaranteed basis is amazing. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning again. We want our clients to live a longer life. We're confident Vitality will allow them to, which will help our mortality experience. I don't hide this at all. We'll benefit if clients live longer. As an insurance company, we want our clients to live. Hopefully you do as well. When you add Vitality to the contract, regardless of your compensation with Levinson, John Hancock will pay you an additional 10%. And there's no cap on that. On that case, I told you it was $1.8 million at target. The agent added Vitality. He received another $180,000 in commissions from John Hancock just by adding Vitality. And there's different ways to add Vitality. You can add it at the bronze level, which you'll get the extra 10%, and it's not committing to any engagement, not showing any discount for the client. You can add it at silver, which is showing a smaller discount and minimal engagement. Gold is what we default to. We think that's the right choice. And platinum is even a greater discount and more premium savings and a little bit more engagement from the client's perspective. So add Vitality on permanent policies, get an extra 10%. Life isn't so bad. Let's talk about John Hancock's Aspire program for a minute. And Bill, I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm super excited about this. Diabetics it's an epidemic. It's a major problem in the U.S. There are 30 million registered diabetics, 80 million pre-diabetics in the U.S. 1 out of every 6 people that are on this call that you're dealing with is a diabetic, and definitely they all know diabetics. Well, what if I told you there was a program in place for a diabetic? A program in place that's going to reward a diabetic for managing his diabetes, a program in place that's going to give them blood monitor devices to check their sugar levels, state-of-the-art devices. If I gave them access to a personal coach, dietitians, endocrinologists, telemedicine for free for buying an insurance policy. That's what Aspire is. It's the first and only solution for people living with diabetes. You will not be able to take your clients anywhere else because there's no other company that offers an all-in-one package. And this is the beauty. It's for any insurance opportunity. It's any product. It's a wrapper. You want to sell term? You want to sell perm? You want to do premium financing, buy, sell, key man? It makes no difference. This is a wrapper. If your client's a diabetic, you check the app, the box on the app, Aspire, and they're eligible for the program, period. And it's for free. And what we've also done is the clients will get Vitality with it, and we made it easier for a diabetic to earn points. So, for example, one of the ways that clients engage with Vitality is to do lab work. And when they do the lab work at their own doctor, or they can do it through Quest Labs for free, we basically look at their sugar levels. If their sugar is in range, we give them points. That's how they can earn these statuses. Well, for a diabetic, we're going to give them 3 times the points if they have good sugar. For a non-diabetic, if their sugar's out of range, then they get no points. For a diabetic, if your sugar's improved, you'll still get more points than a non-diabetic would get for having sugar in range. So we've made it easier for diabetics to get achieve higher Vitality statuses. It's almost impossible for someone who's a diabetic not to hit gold through the Aspire program. So what does a diabetic get? Up to 25% off their premiums. They will get access to Vitality. You will make the extra 10 points. It'll be cheaper to engage through Vitality. And then they'll get access to a company called Onduo. And most of you, I'd be surprised if any of you heard of Onduo. Onduo is a virtual diabetic clinic, but their parent company is Verily, and Verily is a division of Alphabet, who owns Google. So we have partnered with Google, and Onduo is going to provide your diabetic clients, your type 2 diabetic clients, blood sugar monitoring devices that include a CGM machine potentially. A CGM is if your A1Cs are high, it's a continuous glucose monitor. It's over $1,000 device. Again, if someone doesn't need it, doesn't want, they don't have to. But for certain diabetics that have very high blood sugars, this is a device that could save their lives. 2, they're going to provide a personal coach that can help with the latest advancements in diabetics and help them with personal goals, exercise, and progress reports to share with their physicians. I think one of the Google executives, when I was being trained, had a great line. He said there was, forgive me, it's not an exact number, but there's something about 900 hours in a year. And the average diabetic spends 1 hour a year with their doctor. This program was designed to help them with the other 899 hours in a year that they're not with their doctor. It's not to replace their doctor, it's to assist them. So a personal coach, blood sugar monitoring devices, and even access as needed to an endocrinologist, which are the doctors that speak and treat diabetics, as well as targeted newsletters, and of course the rewards of the Vitality program and the premium savings of 25% a year. We will own this market, and in light of what's going on with COVID, and we see the alarming mortality experience for diabetics, I will tell you that if you have diabetics, if you make them aware of this program, they are concerned right now, and rightfully so. And to have access to telemedicine is huge right now. And we are seeing sales skyrocket and boom from the Aspire program. Again, for all products, it's simply just a wrapper you can add to the life insurance contract. Over age 60, we generally will go preferred for well-controlled diabetics. Over age 50, we'll do standard plus. And for type 1 diabetics, those who are over age 50, and those are insulin diabetics that are well controlled, we generally can do a table 2. And you saw our pricing is very good. Then you add the Vitality rider, you add the Aspire wrapper, and they can save another an additional 25% on their premium. So the last part of my presentation here, and then we're going to wrap up. We have a protection gap. Half the households in the U.S. do not have as much insurance as they need. Why? One, we polled, not consumer friendly. It's not fast and easy. It's a long, difficult process. It's a 30-page app. You got to give blood. You got to wait for APS records. As good as we all are at trying to expedite, it's a long process. The requirements are intrusive and invasive, right? I haven't been eating well. I've been in my house for the past 3 months. I'm not exercising. The gym has been closed. I had too much to drink last night. They just don't want someone to come and weigh them, and they're always putting it off, right? And again, long cycle times. I mean, we're trying to sell a product, and it sometimes can take months just to get an APS in, where clients are looking for stuff to be done in days. Our process is slow and outdated. And I tell you, the only thing positive from this pandemic is that we've become quicker and more efficient. And here's how I'm going to help you with your clients right now, generate more business, more activity, and separate yourself from the pack. One, we have Express Track. Express Track, we can offer basically up to $3 million from ages 18 to 60, term and permanent products. We can add Vitality, we can add Aspire. It's designed for standard or better risk. So this is not a way to get someone who's sick or rated into the program. But for those 18 to 60, $3 million or less that are generally standard plus, preferred, or super, we can issue in 3 to 5 days without any fluids, no blood, no urine, no APSs, no paramedical, no medical exam, no EKGs, nada. So it's one of the highest limits in the industry, and it's something that's been on fire lately with us, especially with what's going on. It's as simple as the producer, that you who are on the phone, will submit a ticket, either a paper ticket for permanent policies or electronic ticket for term. The client gets a phone call after that ticket. It will take you about 5 minutes to submit with just basic info. Client gets a call. We do the app over the phone. Case moves to, after that's completed, within 24 hours, goes to an underwriter, and then a decision is made, either approval or it goes to full underwriting. What we've done to make things easier is that we have basically allowed you to eliminate the ticket process if you don't want to do it that way, and by doing that, eliminate the phone call. We're going to allow you as the agents to put on your medical examiner hat, complete a full application, including the medical examiner's part 2. So you're going to ask the tough medical questions if you choose. And by completing a full app with the medical questions, we will allow that to go through Express Track. So there's no phone call. And I'll tell you, we've been having tremendous success with it because clients you'll drop the ticket, which is great. It's 5 minutes. Clients will get a phone call. They don't know who's calling. It goes to voicemail. They call back. There's phone tag. Or during the process, maybe they don't remember what their medications are, what their cholesterol is, and it becomes a more difficult process. Not all clients, but some clients. If you are doing the app with the medical examiner's part 2, client doesn't know what their blood pressure readings are, okay, you can call them back later. Schedule a time. It's just easier because you have that relationship. I would advise you, if all possible, take the application, complete the medical examiner's part 2, And those cases, again, 18 to 60 that are standard or better lives are being issued in 3 to 5 days. Things that will knock you out of Express Track, diabetes we talked about. We need sugar levels, and so we need either current labs or we need APS records to see that. Cancer history, strokes, heart attacks, heart disease. You know, if the medical history appears to be complicated, most likely they're going to be kicked out. Non-medical impairments, bankruptcies, DUIs will kick them out, but the two main ones to be cognizant of is previously rated or declined. If they're previously rated or declined, they're probably going to be kicked out. And then 2, prior submissions within the past 12 months. So the beauty is some companies offer these express programs, but it's only up to $1 million, and it's only preferred. We go up to 3 million, and we give you 4 bites of the apple: standard, standard plus, preferred, and super. If you went to another company, you got kicked out of the program, you come to us, you're going to be knocked out. So hopefully we'll be your first choice. I think we'll have more success. We're tracking just under 50% in terms of cases that are 18 to 60 getting through within 3 to 5 days. This is a sample of what the ticket looks like. You'll see it's just basic information on the insured and owner and Benny. These are just more coverage details about the products and so forth. And we also provide, and Levinson can give you samples of all of this, the drop ticket submission checklist, what forms you need. We can help you to make sure that you've got everything that you need. And we also have little handy tips about preparing for the phone interview, again, if you proceed on the ticket basis. And the most important thing I can tell you about the phone interview is the clients just have to be well prepared with their medical history, because if someone doesn't know what their cholesterol numbers are, then we need to know it, so they're going to get kicked out. So they just have to be well prepared with their medicines, their blood pressure, their cholesterol readings. The more prepared they are, the more thorough their answers, the greater the likelihood of getting approved through the program. Here's 2 quick examples. Julia just gave birth. She has picked up a little bit of extra weight because of the baby. She has mild asthma. She was approved in 3 days for basically $500,000 a term as a preferred non-smoker. Ted, he had ACL surgery. Both parents died in the late 80s from natural causes. He is on high cholesterol meds, but it's well controlled. He was issued super preferred, 54 years old, for $1 million, again, in 3 to 5 days. So winning business, quick turnaround times, ease of doing business, it's working. Now, I'm very excited to make a couple new announcements and an enhancement. So in cases where the clients are not healthy, in cases where you're needing more than 3 million, in cases where they're above age 60, we have a program essentially that can allow us to offer up to $10 million term and perm with just going out for the APS records. So you complete the app, you as the agent complete, in combination with Levinson, the medical examiner's part 2, and we will first, if you instruct us, go out to order APSs and see if we can use that in lieu of needing a blood, urine, and a paramedical. Now, the key is the records. The records generally have to be comprehensive, meaning they're APS records, and we really want to see some sort of doctor visit in the last 12 months, give or take. It could be 13 months, could be 14 months, but we want to see, within a year that they had, a thorough physical with, urine and blood work. If one wasn't done, then there's a good chance they may get bounced down. We might need traditional underwriting, but we understand that clients prefer, some don't mind. If they want to get examined, great. But for those that don't, and maybe they're table 2 or table 4, maybe they're 66 years old, whatever the reason is, we have a program potentially up to 10 million for substandard risk, healthy risk, whatever it might be, where we can just work off the APS records. So speak to me or Levinson later, and we can get into more detail on that. The exciting announcement that I'm going to make is that we have just launched our own e-app. It will be live, shortly, and that e-app, it'd be intuitive and instinctive, and you'll be able to email it to clients. Everything's done, through electronic signature. But the beauty of our e-app, if you use it, and Bill and I are going to talk about this later, is that for the Express Track program that we've been talking about, so 18 to 60 up to 3 million, it will give you instant underwriting approval. When you submit the e-app, it's literally 3 to 4 minutes. The computer will calculate. And if you are approved, it will tell you right then and there that you were approved for Express Track, and we are done. So forget 3 to 5 day wait. We're talking about 3 to 4 minute wait. Some cases will come back where we need to do more investigating. And in those cases, we'll get back to you, hopefully, and still put your clients through the Express Track. And if that's not successful, then it will be you'll be notified that we need full underwriting. And then we can, of course, try to obtain APSs or explore these other routes I was discussing. So the ability to potentially do everything touchless and get approval in 3 to 4 minutes, to me, is super exciting, especially with John Hancock. And again, to be able to add all our living benefit riders and all our products. And when APSs are needed, so more to come on that. And Bill, I got some early stats, just as a quick FYI. We had 17 cases. We just piloted this. We had 17 initial cases. 6 of them were between 18 and 60 that went through Express Track, and we are 6-4-6. I don't expect that to continue those stats, but it's pretty damn good to start off. 6 to 6, 6 for 6, all got approved within 3 to 4 minutes. Yes, it's awesome. The electronic health records, I just want to let you know that, as you can tell by this call, I hope we are very progressive. We've moved into the digital platform and space. Levinson is one of the leaders in that area. And we've made a deal with Human API. It's a patient portal. A lot of times when you go to doctors, the doctors are putting the records online electronically. If a client signs an authorization form and we're able to access the records electronically, we can get APSs in minutes. So that's something we can request and do from the get-go. So even when APSs are required, in many cases, we're able to get it the same day. Again, speak to me, Levinson. We'll talk about that. The last 2 items I was going to mention, we are still doing temporary insurance. I think it's huge. A lot of companies, they pulled out even before COVID. Others pulled out now. We will be able to let you bind coverage, including our e-apps and stuff, for up to $1 million, age 70 on single life policies, and up to $5 million second to die. I think that is absolutely huge. We're in a very uncertain world, and to know that you can pick up a check with the app or the e-app and have your clients locked in. So if they, God forbid, develop something afterwards, COVID, anything, they're covered for up to $1 million single life, up to $5 million second to die is huge right now. And I would encourage you all to take care of that. And then the last slide on my presentation is the delivery process. Again, we know a great deal of our clients want to do everything touchless, so we're allowing everyone to work off a DocuSign or whatever their own, you may have your own e-delivery system. We're accepting that. We'll even allow cases where the owners can email us back that they accept this delivery receipt or that they've signed this contract receipt. In other words, we have worked and designed in a way where you do not have to ever engage and sit in front of your client if they choose not to. So I appreciate your time. I think we might have went slightly over, and I apologize for that. We had a lot of good info. It's always a treat. Levinson is a great partner. They always get great turnouts on the presentations. I'm super excited. I hope it came through on this broadcast. We're here. Business is alive and well, and we're looking forward to partnering with you on your next opportunity. Thank you.
Awesome job. And I'll take those compliments all day. All right, let's move forward. We're just about done here. We got about 5 minutes. We're going to go quick. So if you are set up with us under Levinson, great. If you're not, take advantage of the leads for contracting, cash for contracting. You're looking at it on the screen right now. We'll match or most of the time beat your existing grid. Plus, you'll get free leads or cash up to you with your first placed app with Hancock. Okay, so great stuff there. Andrew's going to take the wheel and show you how to get started. We're going to show you, give you a quick overview on quoting and then moving into the e-app or drop ticket. So just sit back, relax. We got about 5-6 minutes. We're going to end right at 3 p.m. Eastern. Andrew, you there?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. I'm going to jump right in here. For all of you that are on our website, go ahead and go to kerrylevinson.com or levinsonassociates.com. Go to the marketing tab, click on product info and brochures, and download some of this John Hancock and Vitality material. We have updated our site for you with all of the information so you can get it in real time. If you don't see anything that you'd like as far as brochures, flyers, or handouts, just let us know, and we'll get that over to you as soon as possible. Also, I'm just going to quickly show you a snapshot of our website so you can clearly see many of you have used our iGo eApp system and our quoting tools. This is awesome. John Hancock has integrated themselves into our platform so you can instantly run a term or UL quote. You can actually apply and go right into the Vitality or the base product application. So it's very simple to do the quote and the e-application right through the Levinson Associates website. I'm also going to quickly just hop into our upcoming training events. So, of course, Agency Automator, Monday through Friday. If you're not using it, get on there. You can use this platform to market to diabetics. So you can always throw this Vitality program into your email marketing pieces, and you should get some awesome responses from that. Also, Legacy Armor, we just launched that brand new partnership program. You can earn revenues year after year from subscribing clients. We go over that every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then we also have top LinkedIn marketing strategies on July 6th. So many of you are using our social media trainings and doing things online, but LinkedIn is targeting that professional, affluent client or creating those strategic relationships. So definitely get involved in that webinar on July 6th with us. I'm going to go ahead and get it back to Bill. We have some hot new things at Levinson, and we'll go into our Positive Tuesday and tablet giveaway. Bill?
Yep, thanks, Andrew. Okay, moving right along here, jot this down, what's new here at Levinson. So real quick, we'll start in the top left corner. We have these new straight up guaranteed issue products with immediate death benefit. So no grading. This is through Transamerica, guaranteed issue. And we have a direct contract, so you don't have to worry about, I see a lot of these health IMOs marketing this same platform, and there's all this gray area and small print around you, the agent, selling the products. Well, you don't have that with us, so let us know if you want to get started, and we can get you appointed. Let's move along bottom left corner, Nationwide, great name, great branding. We have this new Life LTC hybrid product through Nationwide, and of course, their traditional life products as well. So if you want to get started, we can get you appointed and up and running by, I would say, end of this week, early next week. So let us know. We're also going to send out a thank you email to everyone that's on the call today, and we'll include all of the contracting links, all of the incentives, all of the brochures about Hancock that Andrew Spiro touched on. So everything will be available. If you don't get that email by the end of today, let me know. That means we have your incorrect email address or it's sitting in your junk folder. So please reach out to us if that's the case. Top right corner, Insure Me Now Direct is blowing up right now. Okay, it just happened to be, we launched the 6th carrier during this pandemic, but what a great time for agents to go out and market their own Amazon kind of platform for insurance products. So Haven is our new term, instant decision. Okay, less than 7 minutes, your client can go on your site, quote, apply, get approved, and print and save their policy, and you get paid full commission. We have a new product coming out on the same platform, which is a term. It's a very niche product. It's like a paycheck protection concept where when the insured passes on, the beneficiary receives that paycheck for the next 5, 10, 15 years, guaranteed to make sure that, let's say, the spouse can stay in that household and make sure the kids are fed and they can go to college, whatever the case is. So that's a very cool new product that we're launching in the next month or 2 months. And also the rates are more competitive than a level term. So great niche there. Bottom right corner, we're talking about our annuity department update. So real quick, we're going to move fast. I'm going to start with, there's 3 bullets. I'll start with the first, Ocean View. Okay, brand new A- rated carrier we just launched. They have the highest MIGA rates today period. Okay. Also, real quick below with Equitable, we have a new fixed index annuity with a free income rider through Equitable. So if you're interested in that, let us know. That they're one of our top annuity companies right now. On the bottom, we're launching a fire sale. Everyone gets a 25 basis point bonus on Equitable's hot indexed annuities, only in July, only through Levinson. So call Ashley or Josh if you're ready to get up and running with these carriers through Levinson. Okay, moving forward, we are just about done. So everyone's actually a winner. Yes, we have our question of the day, but if you write a Haven or Surebridge product on Insure Me Now Direct, as soon as you write it and it's placed, free Amazon Fire. That simple, done. Moving forward, Bill Levinson Experience Podcast. We have a great new guest speaker coming up within the next week from LSW. She is amazing. When you talk about advanced sales design, Mary's joining us. It's going to be an awesome episode. Also, last month we had Ken French. He is our digital marketing strategist when it comes to websites, social media marketing. He is the man, even building your own Facebook ads. Check out that episode. If you haven't yet, leave a review. I'll send you the free IUL prospecting book. Okay, our last slide here in our question of the day. So real quick, whoever answers first incorrectly wins the new Amazon Fire. The question of the day, Andrew, can I get a drum roll before we begin, please?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. I mentioned this twice. If you can name the 3 carriers, okay, it was on my second slide under the COVID-19 folder. There's only 3 carriers that have not made any changes due to COVID-19. If you can name the 3 carriers that did not make any changes during COVID-19, you win the Amazon Fire. If you answer first incorrectly, Fire is yours. Andrew, do we have a winner? Name all 3 carriers that did not make any changes due to COVID-19. We highlighted this in green in the COVID-19 folder on our website. What are the 3 carriers? Andrew?
Yes, sir. We have a winner. It is Lloyd G. Lloyd G. from Massachusetts is the first to answer.
Lloyd G., congratulations. The answer is LSW, John Hancock, and Sagicor. We're going to end on our Positive Tuesday quote of the day. Never forget where you came from on Positive Tuesday. Borrowing money for gas and rent when a $20 bill was a big deal. Driving through the old neighborhood. The whatever it takes attitude. And my favorite, number 5, is appreciating the little things in life. Let's all stay hungry and humble and have a great Positive Tuesday. Thank you again, and take care.